Hello, this is my road to sub 10. This is the first episode. Now, at the time of making this video, I don't have sub 10 yet, but I'm pretty close and we're working on it. So, this is the first episode and I'm going to start from the beginning of my cubing journey. So, we're gonna take out this thing. This was my first cube, and it's not terrible. Actually, wait, let me do a solve it. So let's start from the very beginning. September 2025. On the first day of school, I saw one of my classes. I had a friend, and there was also a cube in that one, like one of those old ones, like a 1980s cube. So like it was like a 1980s cube, and I saw he was able to solve it in less than a minute. So I asked him how to solve a cube, and he said it would take 20 minutes, and the only time we see each other is in school, so we wouldn't have enough time for that, so I went home and looked up how to solve a cube, and yeah, I learned to solve a cube. But that wasn't good enough, so I wanted to learn how to solve it fast, like the pros do. So I tried to get a solve under 1 minute. Now I started out averaging, it wasn't too long until I started averaging under 2 minutes, with the beginner's method. By the way, the one taught in cube heads, how to solve a cube. Because there are different versions of the beginner's method. So first is daisy, cross, first layer, second layer, like, first layer, second layer, cross on top, which I got just from luck. These edges all lined here. Wait. Nice. All the corners in the right place, and then just solve it, which is the method taught in cube heads, and I was averaging sub 2 minutes for a while. And a couple solves would be sub 110, and then my average went down smoothly, and my single eventually dropped to sub 1 minute. Now I don't have any videos from back then. I don't have any videos of solves until I averaged 17. So sorry about that. And I can't reconstruct solves for a while because I just used to hand scramble it. So yeah, eventually I got a sub 1 minute solve. I remember it was on the bus with my friends. It was a 59. I don't know the decimal. I looked through recently, like, my photos, because I usually, like, on the timer app, which I used for a while, I just took a picture of whenever I got a best, or whatever. Yeah, and, I don't think I took a picture of first sub 1 minute, which was kind of bad, but, yeah. I can't really overview that solve, because all I remember was ready algorithm, and then I stopped the timer. That's all I really remember. So I do know I did not get one of the skips where you just skip the rest of the corners when you do the thing. This algorithm, Nick lost, where you just skip all the corners, which, as far as I remember, I didn't get that. So it was like full step, which was really nice. Yeah. Also, back in the time, around this time, I got 3 last layer skips. None of them were time solves, but I do remember I got 3 last layer skips around the time when I was, like, a beginner. And I've been cubing for 9 months currently. I got 3 last layer skips in, like, the first 2 months, and then no last layer skips for a while, and then I got 2 last layer skips pretty recently. I think that's pretty neat, and just thought I'd say that. Now, sorry I don't have any videos of anything, and I don't have the picture, so it's kind of a dumb video, but I mean, let's do a beginner's method solve on this. That sounds like a fun idea to end off the first episode of the sub 10 series. Oh god. Alright, let's go. By the way, I'm doing the same steps, not the same way to get... Oh, God. I know this CBLL, bro. That was painful, not being able to just do the CBLL, bro. I know not a lot of CBLLs. So, yeah. 52. I think I'd be able to get, I don't know. I'll continue trying to get a good time. If anyone wondering, this was the ZBLL that I got. I guess quick ZBLL. So there's a bar here. Well, firstly, it's this LOL. So there's a big bar here. Doesn't extend here. These two are the same and opposite of this bar. Then you do a Y perm, but instead of starting and ending with an F prime, you do an F2. So that F2. So that's the ZBL, in case anyone was wondering. Anyway, that's the first episode of the sub 10 series. Bye, everybody. Hope you enjoyed.